Hello, everybody. It is Friday night. It's First Friday, October, and we are, my name is Jill Sands. I am owner and artist here at the HeArt Box Gallery in downtown Flagstaff. And it's Art Walk, and we have the opening of Dreaming in Cyan with Holly Troy, a Flagstaff artist. Super excited. This is a very vibrant, very energetic show, very beautiful. So, this show is opening tonight. We will be here from 6 to 9 p.m. You're welcome to come in. Masks are greatly encouraged. The exhibit is also able to be seen on the website, which is www.theheartbox.space. So we're going to take a few minutes to talk to Holly about her work and show you some of the pieces that we have here, all right? So thanks for tuning in, and bring Holly in.
Switch sides.
Hi, Holly.
How's it going?
So tell us a little bit about yourself and this show, Dreaming in Cyan.
Well, first, I just want to say thank you for asking me to do the show. A little bit about myself. I moved to Flagstaff maybe about 16 years ago from Manhattan and have been, I think, adjusting to the pace of this place, since I moved here. And I'm a musician and a painter and a writer, and I got into mountain biking and doing all this outdoor stuff, like living here. But I'm still actively making music, actively writing, actively painting, and that is pretty much like my main thing is creating, making art. And I'm into taking what I know and then sort of using my intuition to complete what it is I'm trying to say. It's like I always start out with an idea, and then my intuition starts taking over, and sometimes a painting will take me like a week or a month, and sometimes a painting will take me like years, because I'll get to a point and then it's like stop, and then I gotta go again, come back to it. So a lot of my paintings have they all have layers. They're all layered, actually. And each layer kind of has a story. So it's a pretty intense process, and it's a lot of fun. And I tend to be pretty active. I kind of know when the painting is pretty much done, because I want to dance. And so I think that it kind of shows that. There's a lot of, almost like no matter what's going on in my life, there's just something about playing with color that just I'm able to tap into joy, so.
And how did you come up with the name Dreaming in Cyan for this collection?
So Dreaming in Cyan, basically, it's like every time I paint, I use cyan. It's like I don't feel complete unless I bring cyan into the day, So it's like I'll be like, all right, it's time for me to wind down, whatever. It's getting cold in my studio or dark or whatever it is, and I'm like, wait, I have to go in there with some blue. And I think really what started that was just the incredible sky out here. It's like we have sunshine maybe 350 days out of the whole year, and it's amazing. And so that to just see blue every day, it sort of has permeated my consciousness. And so I keep wanting to somehow express the awe that I have of this color that is so vibrant and so abundant here, you know, because in other places it's, you know, it's not always so abundant, you know, but here, I just, you know, I could be having any kind of day and all I need to do is like go outside for a walk or a bike ride and the sky kind of tells me that, you know, it's okay, that like I'm okay, you know. So I wrote a whole bunch about blue. I also feel like for me it represents a new day, and like with every day that we wake up, we have a chance to have a new life. You know, it's like new life every day. And so this color really represents life for me, you know. Like blue is actually a really happy color for me. It's not like, you know, we have the blue, you know, the blues, but like even that, there's something about creating, you know, even making music, even, you know, there's like a shift in, like there's an emotional shift, you know, every time you create. So blue represents that. Yeah.
So I see lots of like sound kind of in your pieces.
Yeah.
Do you listen to, is music a big part of your painting process when you're working?
I listen to a lot of music, and I'd say like this summer on some of the things I was working on, I was listening a lot to this band called Bomb. Love them. They're very psychedelic. And also the Spellcast podcast, which is there's music and then storytelling and sound effects, and they're, you know, like kind of like the stories go from like 15 minutes to about half an hour. And what I loved about the Spellcast is it brings in stories of New York City, which is where I'm from, and it just, you know, I think that's part of like how I have a lot of grids in my stuff, and I think that's just because I'm so used to this life of kind of grids that sort of grids represent like humanity in a way, which is, even though I know that like we're so organic, but at the same time there's like it represents sort of culture, or just this sort of how we try to put order into things, you know. But then like if you go to the city or look at buildings or things, like a lot of times you'll see them kind of sinking, or like they're not completely like square. There's the floors are kind of buckled, and then like there's always the sky always touches everything. So again, bringing that blue in, it's like nature always has, and we're part of nature too. But like no matter how much we try to like control it, in the end, you know, we really can't. Yeah.
Can you tell us, like, is there one piece you might want to get a little more deep into? Or do you have a favorite?
Well, right now I have two, like, I have two favorites. This one here, I call this one Coney Island, and it's partly because some of the layers going on underneath are sort of the colors of the Coney Island Carnival boardwalk scene, and so like I was like, wow, you know, that is like, it's kind of in my psyche. And then there's all this like nature that I experience here, but then the other thing here too is like I used to go to Coney Island to, you know, go to the ocean, go to the beach, and the subway colors are often this like kind of green. You see the paint, or this kind of grayish color. This could sometimes represent like the color of the sky, or like the ocean. Sometimes the ocean's gray, you know. But then like there's all of this like new experience on top of that, which is, you know, these the blues and these reds and pinks and things, that are just a part of my reality now. So it's kind of like this memory of something, and then this new thing coming in. But this painting sort of created a shift in sort of like my style, and so it awakened like this one here, Buddha Beach, and even this one, Cosmic Clock, and sort of like this one here on the top. It's called Sky Pixel. Like that was my first. Like I was painting with a lot of red, and I used to paint with a lot of red, and then like I was like, no, you know. And then this came out, so it represents the sky and the clouds, because the clouds are like orange, and it's kind of this abstraction of the clouds. Yeah, I don't know if you know. There's this other one that I just finished is called Downtown Beat, and it's this one here. And it started out as like a landscape, like I was working on. I wanted to paint like the experience of like mountain biking through fields of sunflowers, and then sort of I kind of put it aside for a while, and I also started playing music more and mountain biking less. I mean, still mountain bike, but like I am really busy making music, and so this represents music to me. When the pandemic happened, I came downtown and it was so quiet, and it didn't seem right. Like there was no music. Like that was the weirdest thing. And then one day, like I came downtown and the music was back, and I suddenly knew how to resolve the painting. So there was just so much joy in the music and the sound. So it went from nature to, you see some of it in the back, in like these segments, to Downtown Beat, which is sort of like, Flagstaff's got like a mix of this sort of like, there's some urban cool in there, and then also music, and then there's always the mountain, and everyone's experience of, like, everybody experiences the mountain. Everybody, like, whether you walk on that mountain or not, you see it. It's there, and so that's an exciting one for me.
You started, so you have these really cool, they're oil and cardboard, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think I remember you telling me how you started this during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Right? Because of...
So during the pandemic, I was getting, most of us were ordering things, right? So I was getting a lot of cardboard, and I thought, rather than throwing cardboard away, why don't I start painting on the cardboard? And it was a way for me to make some smaller pieces and play with that. So I called these pieces here, the ones that are painted on, I called it the Disassembled Project. And I gave myself this challenge to like do painting every day, and then I also like added a caveat, like, or not, because I always give myself like stuff to do, and then I get very stressed if I don't actually follow through. So I was like, whatever you come up with, and so that's what I was doing, and I'm still doing it, but I've been really busy lately, so I'll pick it up again because I still have so much cardboard. It's unbelievable. Yeah, and then these pieces, I made some pieces, they're collages, and they're like, paper on cardboard, and then these stars that have like a little glitter on them. And then I painted over the glitter with like clear acrylic, so when people open it, they don't get glitter everywhere. But that was kind of in honor, it was in honor of the Great Conjunction which was the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction that happened last winter. And yeah, I guess that's part of my deal, is I'm like totally into astrology and astronomy and tarot. So that's part of like how I work intuitively as well. And I just felt like I wanted to honor that the Great Conjunction, because it's like sort of like the cusp of the age of Aquarius, if you're into all that. But you don't have to be. It's still, you can, you know, it's part of the way I dip into creative work. Yeah.
Well, great. I'm going to do just a little quick pan of all the pieces. So this is the show, everybody. Dreaming in Cyan with Holly Troy. And it's opening tonight at 6 o'clock, and we'll be here till 9 o'clock this evening. This show will run until October 30th. So thank you so much for joining us and following along with Holly in this really beautiful show. Again, you can come down tonight from 6 to 9. We'll be here, and it will be here open on our gallery hours, which are Thursday through Saturday, 11 to 6. It's also able to be viewed online and purchased online as well at theheartbox.space. So hope you all enjoyed this, and we hope to connect with you in some other way. All right, have a great night.
Good night. Thank you.